Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode with your girl, Audrey Codner from ACG Math Tutoring. I am so sorry that I am late. I just got stuck in traffic and I was like, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. So what we're doing today is we're going to be doing some prepping for the SAT. So you're probably saying, well, Audrey, I'm taking the GED. I'm taking the ASVAT. I'm taking the TEAS test. Well, you know what? A lot of the concepts that's on the SAT is also in those assessments as well. So let's see if we can test our skills out. You never know. You might actually know some stuff, and I think you do. So as you guys are coming on in, go ahead and tap on up. Let me see you. Say hello. Hello, XBX. How are you? Okay, welcome on in. So we're going to try to take a closer look. I'm going to try to zoom in as best I can. Let's see if that works. All right, so we are looking at a total of 165 people contributed to a charity event as either a donor or a volunteer. 130 people contributed as a donor. How many people contributed as a volunteer? Is it A, 35, B, 130, C, 165, or D, 330? Go ahead and put your answer, just a letter. You can put the number as well, but the letter is perfectly fine, right into the comments. Okay, so we got Sassy. Hello, Sassy. Welcome in. Saying A. DJ is saying A. Vic is saying A. Is this for real? No, it's for play. Arnie, we got A. Gary, we got A. D, we have A. 58, ain't life great? Nice job is saying A. Franz is A. Double K is saying A. Dorothy is saying A. Franz is saying A. All right. So, yeah. It's like, is this the SAT? This is not the actual SAT. These are some of the SAT problems that have been released by SAT post haste. Okay. So, if you notice, there's a total of 165. Okay. And we know 130 of them are going to be donors. Let's break it on down, and then you get your 35. So answer choice is A. Well, you know that's what they do with the SAT. They kind of make you build your confidence up, and then wham, they hit you with some big problems. You're like, I don't know what it is. So let's break it on down. There are 250 trees in the park. If of these trees, 6% are birch trees. How many birch trees are in the park? Is it A, 6, B, 15, C, 75, or D, 240? Yeah. All right. Got some filtered comments in there. Ooh, like those. So Michael, Tracy, Johnny, B, Kepo, D, Yippity. Is all saying B. DJ, I see you. It was the B. Okay, dark skin, we're saying B. Imani, B. Michael, B. Mickey, B. D. Oh, Michael said E. There's no E. Okay, Mad Hatter, how are you? Franz, Little Man Cave, all saying B. Joanne A. Luna Bin A. All right, Ian. These are SAT questions. I know. They, as I said, they will you in and they'll break you on down. All right. So, and if you're not sure, you always can hit that question mark. So when we take a look at this, we're saying 6% of the 250 trees are birch, and they want to know how many of them exactly are birch trees. Well, if you have your 250 and you want to take your 6%, change that as a decimal, so that's 0.06, and we're going to take multiplication. So 6 and 0, that's 6. 6 and 0. Yeah, 0 times 6 is 0. 6 and 5, that's 30. So we got our 0 carry our 3. 6 and 2, 12 and 3 gives me my 15. And since the next rows is going to be nothing but zeros, we don't really need to do that. But this has no decimal places. This has 2 decimal places. That means my answer needs to have 2 decimal places. So if you're adding your exponents, that's how you know. Move it over from the very end. That's 1, 2, right here between the 5 and the 0, which gives us our 15. Okay. Why am I not using a calculator? Because I'm smart. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just a smart ass. There's a difference. Well, the reason why I'm not using the calculator, because if I have people following with the GED, the ASVAT, the Accuplacers, they're going to get questions similar to this, and they cannot use a calculator, right? So just getting all that together. So the answer is B, David. Yes, it is B. All right. So looking at number 3, the graph of the quadratic function y equals f of x is shown. What is the vertex of the graph? Is it A, 0, -2, B, 0, -3, C, 0, 2, or D, 0, 3? Okay, let me see if I zoom in just a little bit more, just to help out, We all don't have those young eyes like we used to. Okay, so I'm seeing a couple A's, but I'm seeing a whole lot of C's. Okay, seeing a lot of C's. Wait, I thought we were going over SAT. Okay, all right, Johnny, here we go. So Lacey, yes, we're going to C's. We got the C's. All right, so Sexy T is saying C's. Charlie is with the follow. Thank you so much. Not sure how to find it. All right. So for your vertex, the vertex is basically the point where the graph changes direction. So notice it was going down, going down, going down to a point, and then it was going up. So that point, that transition, that is your vertex. Notice here is the 0, the origin of the graph. That's your 0, 0. So it's right here at my x value is 0, my y value is positive 2. So that's why we have C for our answer. Okay. And number 4. Let me unshrink a little bit, or a lot. Okay. The number of raccoons in a 131 square mile area is estimated to be 2,358. What is the estimated population density in raccoons per square miles of this area? Is it A, 18, B, 1/3 density in raccoons per square miles of this area? Is it A, 18, B, 131, C, 149, D, 2,376? Ooh, math. Okay. So we got a little woo saying A. Okay. The True Dean saying A. Okay, Johnny's saying A. Okay, Wild Taz is saying A. Cool name. Interesting numbers, but cool name. Copper is saying A. Sexy T, A. Is that Keepopulous? I'm trying to get your name. I have to get it. Saying A, Lubes. Hey, Lubes. Welcome back. Mark Life. Hey, Mark Life saying B. Okay, my golfer saying A. Ryan saying A. Danielle A. Welcome, Danielle. Probably A saying David. Okay. And then Janice saying A. Yappity saying A. All right. Yappity saying A. Okay, so since we're not really talking about rate, we're really talking about our density. So they're giving us our square mileage, and then they're saying that there's estimated to be, okay, the number of raccoons. So we're actually going to be dividing the two. So if I may, I'm going to hit with the long division, the 131. Okay, so we have 2,358 divided by 131. Well, we're going to have to figure out how many 131s can go into 235. Well, one of them. So we all know, we can all agree, it's not going to be D. All right. So once we get with that, we have our 131. Doing our subtraction, we got our 4. We have our 0. We have our 1. Bring down our 8. So if I take that 131 and I have an 8, I have a 3, and I have a 4, which should be like the next numbers. So why not go with the highest one? See if this is an even thing. So if I have my 131 times my 8, I'll have my 8. 8 times 3 gives me 24. Carry the 2 makes that a 10. That's exactly 1048. So my answer is going to be A. Okay? All right. So here we go. So here's my thing. If you are bored, you don't have to stay. You didn't pay for this. You don't have to do anything. You can always skedaddle. I appreciate you stopping in. But there are some people that are just like, you know what? I always wanted to kind of do a little bit of math. So that's fine. All right. Okay. Yes, it's for free. You don't have to pay for a tutor. Don't have to do anything, because usually my tutoring sessions are charged $92 an hour. You're getting this for free. And you're getting the replays. So if this is too, daunting, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate that. All right, let's take a look at the next one. So we have -11, -9, and 26. A data set of 3 numbers is shown. If a number from this data set is selected at random, what is the probability of selecting a positive number? Is it A, 0, B, 1/3, C, 2/3, or D, 1? Okay, I have a couple people with the boost. Hey, Green Bean, welcome back. All right, so we have a few B's. Joshua with 1/3. Okay, Inspired, Jane, that's Lubes, good. Your kids were in school. Hey, not a problem. Welcome on in. Appreciate it. Mark Life, not W. Okay, Mental, we got a B, but Mental we got a C. Joshua got our B. Okay, Bert saying the answer is D. All right, where's Ernie? So we got Ella, we got 1/3. Karen, 1/3. Curve, that's it. David B. All right, Chin Mama is saying B. Yep. So we got Chloe with the D. Okay, Be Real. We got our B's and C's. Thank you, Miss T, for your honesty. You're not sure? That's fine. All right. And Miss Bubbles. Okay, so we got combinations of B's and D's. We got a little battle going on here. All right. So first off, we have 1, 2, 3 numbers. Okay, really solid. So when we're doing probability, it's always your total over what you're looking for. Okay, I'm going to put my little eyeballs here. Okay, so it's your total over what you're looking for. So they're saying, what's the probability of selecting a positive number? Well, we got -11, -9, and +26. So there's only one positive number there. Out of how many? Out of 3. That's why your answer is going to be B. That's it. Okay. All right. Not a problem. Okay. So that's what you're doing. The probability is like what you're looking for over your total number of numbers or data sets or marbles or coins. They love to do marbles out of a bag. So now, next one. So we have f of x is equal to 45x plus 600. The function f gives the monthly fee, f of x, in dollars. A facility charges to keep X crates in storage. What is the monthly fee in dollars the facility charges to keep 50 crates in storage? Okay, so unfortunately, not a multiple choice question, but they gave you an equation. Anytime they give you an equation, that's like their way of, let me help you out a little bit. Okay, so take a look at what's going on. And if you think you got your answer, go ahead and put it in the chat. Okay. Oh, good, kitten. Kitten speaks. Okay. All right. So peace offering and green bean are both saying 2,850. Is that Sir Matt is saying 45? Storyteller is also bonding in. Do we need a formula? David, they actually gave you one. Storyteller is also bonding in. Do we need a formula? David, they actually gave you one. They gave. Okay. All right, Chris Lemons with 13.33. Okay, Kitten Speaks with 2,850. Okay, Miriam says 2,250. Okay, mental, you don't know? That's all right, I got you. Okay, Bree is saying, hey Bree, welcome back. Saying 13.33, Karen. Okay, Karen's G Money. Do you know Big G Money? Because I'm seeing a lot of G's up in here. I love that. Saying 2,850, okay. All right. Need a little refresher? Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Because they be throwing these math at you guys. Because I've been tutoring some of your middle school people. Woo! Make me want to do some stuff. Okay? Okay, you think you read it wrong? I don't think so. Don't change your answer. Don't do it, kitten. Leave it alone. Okay, wiggle. Okay, not good in math. Always wanted to join the Air Force. Okay, all right. So now, let's take a look. Let's take a look. So they're telling us the monthly fee is represented by f of x. All right. They're saying that x is representing the crates. So they want to know what the monthly fee is, what your f of x is, if you have 50 crates. So if x is supposed to represent the crates and we have 50 crates, why don't we do this? Don't let the f of x fool you. F of x just tells you that the equation is really a function. But you're solving it just like you would if it was y equals. But instead of an x, we're going to put in the 50. Okay? All right. So now, all we have to do is just... All right. So now, all we have to do is just multiply what the 45 times the 50. So if you know what 45 times 5 is, you can add the 0 at the end. So 5 times 5 gives me 25, so I bring down my 5, carry the 2. 5 times 4 gives me 20, plus 2 gives me 22. And then the 0 from the 50 comes on down. So now, all we need to do is add the 600 to that. So the only thing that's going to be affected is going to be that 2. So that means our answer is going to be 2,850. That's how much that fee is going to be for 50 crates. Okay. All right. There you go. All right. But do you see it now? Okay. Do you see it now? Okay. Anything similar to the SAT will also be on the ACT. But here's the thing. ACT is very close to how you learn it in your classrooms. SATs usually try to do like a combination of things and have you think outside the box. So ever since they revamped the online version of the SAT, they made it slightly harder because you can use a calculator on the SAT and the ACT. They have a Desmos connected to it. So that's one. Two, instead of having two sections, you have one section. So they're trying to kind of like, round it out a little bit. All right, so let's take a look at this one. The function f is defined by f of x equals 5 times the difference of 1/4 in x squared plus 11/4. Okay, what is the value of f of 1/4? What is the value of f of 1/4? Okay. Okay, Jay's saying 11/4. Okay, S is saying 0. You just forgot it. Okay, I see you, Ty. Welcome back, Ty. You cannot use a calculator on the ASVAB. Yeah, and it's a B at the end. I know it sounds like I'm putting a P on it, but it's really a B. Okay. It's like, you need help? Okay, I got you. I know some of you guys are seeing fractions and you're like, no. You got this. Well, welcome in, Joy. Welcome. Okay, so S, got you. You got your 1/4. Okay, Ramona. Welcome back, Ramona. So I got my 1/4. Matt saying 4. Okay. Jake was saying 27/8. Okay. All right. You love math? Well, welcome on in, Joy. Let's see what you got. What do you have? If anything, try to calculate it. Go ahead and put your answer in. What is this? Double A is saying 1/4. Matt is saying 11/4. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't say 1/4. Sorry, double A. It was 11/4. Okay, Michelle, 11/4. Okay, we got 0. You have no idea what to do. All right, here we go. Anytime you see f of 1/4, notice here, the 1/4 is in the same spot as x. So they gave us this lovely expression, right? Don't let the fractions freak you out, all right? You are basically taking this 1/4, and anytime you see an x, you're going to replace the x with that 1/4. So it's actually going to look something like this. You have 5 times your 1/4 minus the 1/4 from this. Okay. This is being squared plus 11/4. Now, how are we going to simplify this? We're going to use PEMDAS, okay? Or BOBMDAS, if you're like in Canada or international. Inside the parenthesis, 1/4 minus 1/4. That gives you 0. Now, we got to worry about the exponent, right? Anything 0 raised to 0 power is 0. Then we're going to multiply that 0 with the 5. So all of this over here gives me 0. So now I have 0 plus 11/4. My answer is just going to be 11/4. See? You're freaking out. You're like, oh my God, there's fractions. I don't like fractions. And the reason why I know, because I used to be that girl. I wasn't always decent at math as I am now. Okay? Just in case you haven't seen my post. I used to suck at math. All right? Okay? So that's going to be when you got your 1/4 and you're going to give your answer of that 11/4. Okay? So is the ASVAB multiple choice? Yes. 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 But it also be kind of good. That's why I don't teach English. It will also be the reason why it will be good to know why these things are happening. But remember, when you're taking the ASVAT, you're basically given 1 minute per question. And there's going to be some questions, just like the ones that we've just addressed, that you're going to know right away. Okay? They're just going to be like, it's 4. Do, click it, circle it, bubble it, move on. Okay? So all that extra time that you didn't spend on that one problem, you're going to need that later on, because the ASVAT is a progressive test. So if you do progression test, so like if you keep doing very well, that's when they're going to up the ante. They're going to up the ante. First, they're going to start with adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, decimals, fractions. Then they're going to talk more about percentages. Then it's going to go more into the distance rates formula. Then we're going to go into slope, equation of the lines, anything linear. Then they're going to do inequalities. Then it's going to be system of equation. So it has that progression. The more the progression, the higher your score. Do inequalities. Then it's going to be system of equation. So it has that progression. The more the progression, the higher your score. Okay, so we want to get past that 31. That's usually like the shooting game if you're going for, especially Army. All right, 1. That's usually like the shooting game if you're going for, especially Army. All right, thank you. All right, so let's take a look. If 8x equals 6, what is the value of 72x? Okay, we got C. Am I here every day? Yes. And sometimes I try to be on time. Yesterday, yeah, that was crazy. My Tuesdays and my Thursdays for tutoring is insane. I don't know what I'm going to do for tomorrow, but I will try to get here as best I can. All right, so I got a whole bunch of C's. Matthew is C's. Trent with a C. Spread love is saying C. Yes, we need more of that. Lurking. Lurking on your page. Yeah, with my C. Get in line, buddy. No, I'm just kidding. Is that Tuk Tuk? All right, so with the 54, that's C, purpose C. So we got Stacy, Randolph. Okay. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yes, I'm definitely here on weekends as well. All right, good. We got our 54s, Excellent. So think about it. If 8x equals 6, for me to go from 8x to 72, 8 times 9, I hate using the x, that gives me my 72. So if I do 6 times 9, that feels better, that gives me 54. Here we are with the C. Okay, yep. So if for me to go from 8x to 72 is multiplied by 9, that means I need to do the same with the 6. All right, so we got our 54s. All right, here we go. So which expression is equivalent to 23x cubed plus 2x squared plus 9x? Is it A, 23x times x squared plus 2x plus 9? Is it B, 9x times 23x cubed plus 2x squared plus 1? Is it C, x times 23x squared plus 2x plus 9? Or is it D, 34 times x cubed plus x squared plus x? Okay, see a whole bunch of C's, C's. Factor it out, C. Good. Hello, Mick. Hello, Roscoe. All right. So for those that are unfamiliar, anytime we have something like this and I see a parenthesis, that means they're doing what's called factoring. So we're going to pull out what they have in common. So 23, 2, and 9. If I think about their factors, the only thing that the 23 factors of 23, factors of 2, and factors of 9 have in common is 1. Okay? Now, I have factors of 23, factors of 2, and factors of 9 have in common is 1. Okay? Now, I have x cubed, x squared, and x. So they all have at least one x in common. If you can't see what I'm talking about, so x cubed is the same as saying x times x times x. X squared is the same as saying x times x. And then you have x. How many groups of x's do they have in common? Just one group. So that means your GCF is going to just be x. So your answer has to be C. Has to. You can try to have fun with it, but remember, you don't have too much time, okay? If you're doing the GED, you have like 1 minute and 10 seconds, okay? 1:10 for each problem. ASVAT, I told you, you have 60 seconds for each problem, okay? Accuplacer, I think it's like 1:05 if I'm not mistaken, because I know it's always lower than GED. So I want to say like 1:05 and possibly 1:07, okay? So you don't want to say, oh, well, let me play around with this. This is not the time to play around with it, okay? During these sessions, sure, have fun, okay? But the actual test, you see your answer, you click it, you circle it, bubble it, move on. All right. Yes, the ASVAT is timed. Okay. Do I teach Alex? Ugh, I hate Alex. But do I tutor, help kids with Alex? Yes, I do. I have about a good 4 of them. No one likes that program. No one does. Okay. So which expression is equivalent to 9x cubed plus 5x plus 7 plus 6x cubed plus 5x squared minus 5? Is your answer A, B, C, or D? Okay. So we have all B's. Brenton with a D. Okay, Yippee saying B. Is that Avera? The saying D. Talk. Is saying B. LSC JD, the beast, saying D. All right. Dakota is saying D. Bobby, how are you? Okay, I'm going to walk you through it. Gotcha. Miss Strawberry, hello. Welcome back, Miss Strawberry, with D. Okay, beautiful. Brianna with D. Okay, element D. Got you. All right. Miss Hurley is saying D. Oh, it's Gamble. How are you? RJ is saying D. Ernie saying D. Terry D. Okay, David with a B. Karen with an A. Okay. Is that Pippi saying B? We got a B. All right. Grandma Toe saying C. Liza with an A. All right. And unicorn, here we go. Mom with an A. Let's take a look. What we're doing here, these 2 parentheses are containing what's called polynomials. Always take a look what's happening in between the 2 parentheses. So all we're doing is adding. Now, this is what you're going to do. You're going to play a matching game. So you're going to go one parenthesis into another parenthesis. So you're matching for here, x cubed with this x cubed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the 2 coefficients in front. So if I have a 9x cubed plus a 6x cubed, 9 plus 6 gives me 15. But this is what happens. You do nothing with the exponents. You're using the exponents to match your like term so you can combine them. So right away, A is gone because they said 15x to the 6. And the same with C because they have an exponent of 6. So when you're adding, you're not combining your exponents. That's only when you're multiplying. So now, if I look at the difference of these 2, this one has an x squared, this one has an x squared. This one has an x, this one doesn't. Well, we have an x squared, we have a 5x squared. This one's saying we have a 10x squared. But here's the thing. This is all by himself. All by myself. Okay? Because there's no other x squares up here. So if you can't break it down, you bring it down. So B is out. Your answer is D, because that has the 5x squared, that has the 5x, and then 7 plus -5 will give us our 2. Okay. Brenton, calm down. You don't have to put the Lord's name in vain. It's not good. It's not going to be good. Karma's too bad. Take that back. Okay. So what book am I using? I'm not actually using a book, Anthony. This is actually released from SAT. These are their practice exams that they released on the SAT. Okay. Yep. Anyone can access them. No secret. You don't have to pay for them. They do that because they want you to practice. They want to give you an idea. Now, do I believe that some of the questions on the actual SAT is going to be a little bit tougher than this? Probably. But like I said, they like to lull you to kind of give you that confidence, like, yeah, you can do it. You got it. And then, bam! They give you one, especially the last couple questions are always the hardest. So that's why you don't want to dilly-dally with the ones in the beginning. You just want to answer it, keep it moving. Okay? Yep, and it can help you with the ASVAB because I know there's a lot of word problems and you got to learn how to read through the word problems. So, Kai, that's going to work for you, okay? Okay, the CSAT, yep, for the subtest, yep, you can do that. Oh, should it be this easy? I don't know. I don't know. All right. I'm back to school. Give math a try. Why not? Why not? Do it. Okay. And if you need help, you know where to come. All right. So let's take a look at number 11. I'm not even asking people to tap. I would love for you guys to tap. What website? SAT.edu, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. You could just do a search, like practice problems on SAT. It'll pop right up. Okay. Why are you stressed? Don't stress. Listen to the music in the background. Listen to my lovely voice. Working on 3 hours of sleep. There you go. Your old Matt, you're 54? Well, I'm 53, so let's go. There's no age group here. You always go back. All right. Can it help with the acuplacer? Yes, it can. Welcome on in. All right, so let's take a look. At a state fair, attendees can win tokens that are worth a different number of points depending on the shape. An attendee won S squared tokens and C circle tokens worth a total of 1,120 points. The equation 80S plus 90C equals 1,120 represents the situation. How many more points is a circle token worth than a square token? Is it A, 950, B, 90, C, 80, D, 10? B, 90, C, 80, D, 10. Okay. Apple user. No. No more. Babies. You're babies. Yes. Yep. You can join. Definitely. This is open for everyone. Everyone. You know, if you're going to be doing math, there's going to be word problems. There's going to be situations that the situation is a little easy. There's going to be some stuff that's going to be a little harder. Just come on. Let's see your skills. Have fun with it. Oh, your birthday's this month? Nice. Yes, it can. All right. Okay, so I have a couple people that are saying D's. Okay, some people are saying 10s. Okay, got Logan with my D. Hello, Logan. Okay. Yes, it can help. Marvelous Marvin saying D. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, thank you, Bobby, for checking in. All right. So we got Purpose. We got Bill. Hello, Bill. Welcome back. All right. So It's not too much rocket science, right? So since they want to know how many more of the circle tokens there are of square tokens, so they're telling us that there was 80 square tokens and there is 90 circle tokens, which gives us a lovely difference of 10. Right? Answer is D. That's all it is. I know, you're probably like, all that novel just for a 10. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the world. All right, so this one I might have to shrink, but I'm going to see what I can do here. All right. In the given scatter plot, a line of best fit for the data is shown. All right, here's the data. Okay, which of the following is closest to the slope of the line of best fit? Okay, so we're looking for the slope of the line of best fit. So is the slope A, 0, B, 1/2, C, 1, or D, 2? So I think I can do it like this, but I know the comments are kind of in the way. So I'll try to do it like that. Okay. All right, so we got some 2. Can I show you 11 again? Sure, I can go back. And so you can take a nice little screenshot of it. Okay, don't have a clue? Okay. Can do me math exam. What are you saying? Okay, so y equals mx plus b. Okay, we got 2s, we got d's, we got c's, we got b's. Victoria is saying 2. Okay, user 11 saying 2. Ooh, what is that saying? I want to say Sheba, but I don't think that is. I was thinking it's D. Okay, Morgan D, Jason C, Tanya, D, D, Rascal, D, B. Malachi is D. Christy is D. Purpose D. We got C's and D's. All right. Okay. So since we're talking about slope, now, slope is basically your rise over your run. People have written songs about it. Okay, so you're going up is your rise, up or down. Your run is either left or right. Now, from left to right, this is the line that we're talking about. We're trying to find the slope of that line. In order for it to be a 0 slope, that means it's going to go straight across horizontally. So it's definitely not A. Now, if I look at it, most people will say, well, it could be B because I'm going up 1 over 1. So I'm looking to find where I can look at 2 spots. I found this spot here on the graph. I'm not looking at the dots. I'm looking at the actual line. So this point right here was in a nice little intersection. So was this one. So in order for me to find my slope, I can count up 1, 2, over 1 step. I know it's like a huge gap, but that's what's happening. So you're going up 2, and I'm going over to the right 1. So I can get from this point to this point. So if I'm going up 2 over 1, that means my slope is going to be 2 over 1. And 2 over 1, if I do the division, will be a whole number of 2. Okay, so it's going to be D. It's going to be D. All right. And you can also, so you're not looking at the points, you're looking at the exact line, because this is what they're asking for. They're looking at the slope of the line of best fit. So we're just looking at our line. Didn't really care about the points. So let me zoom in. So I found 2 points that's on that line. I found this point here and this point here. So in order for me to travel from this point to this point, I have to almost create like a triangle. See how it is? So it's almost like if this is my house and this is my friend's house, how do I get to my friend's house? I can't go in other people's home just to get to my friend's house. I live in Baltimore. That's how you get shot. So this is what you want to do. You want to go up 2 blocks and then go over to the right 1 block. By you going up 2 blocks and you go over 1, your slope is rise over run. It's naturally a fraction. So I went up 2 blocks and then I went to the right, which is positive 1 block. So that means it's 2 over 1. So 2 over 1 is the same as saying 2 divided by 1, which will simply give me 2. So that's why my slope is a whole number of 2. Okay. All right. So for the one that needed number 11, here it is. I'm going to take it down in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got it? All right. All right. Well, thank you. All right. Number 13. Keep track of my time. All right. Making sure. Okay. All right. So a circle has a radius of 2 1/10 inches. The area of the circle is b pi squared inches, where b is a constant. What is the value of b? Okay, just joining? Well, welcome in. Thank you, Brenton. There's something you gotta do with it, Stacy Ann. You're right there. Okay. DJ, it's got my 4.41. Nah, it's got 4.41. Ty is saying 2.1 squared. Okay, Sandra's saying 3.4. Fletch Lives. Great movie. It's saying 4.41. Chevy Chase. Okay, nah, got you already. DJ got you already. Billy saying 2.1 S. And Brenton 2.1 times pi. Cute. Screaming D. How are you? Okay, area of the circle. There we go. Okay. All right, 2.1. 11's. Okay, Jack saying 4.2. Okay, my dot is saying 13.85. All right, so let's take a look. So, first off, you're talking about the area of a circle. The formula for the area of the circle is your pi r squared. So they're telling us that our radius, which is the r, is 2.1 inches. So if we have our pi and our radius is 2.1 inches, and we need to square that. So if I square that, let me put it over here. That's the same as me saying almost like 2.1 times 2.1. So we got 21, we got 2, and we got 4. That's 1, that's 4, and that's 4. This is 1 decimal place. This is 1 decimal place, so my answer needs to have 2 decimal places. So 1, 2, it's going to be between the 4.41. But here's the other thing. They're saying the area of the circle is b pi. That means this r squared, that's representing b. Because if I took r squared out and I put a b in, wouldn't it be the same? So that means if I did the square of my radius, which was 4.41, that's going to be attached to pi. And they are telling us we're looking for what b pi is. My answer is going to be 4.41. Because this is in the same spot as b. Mm-hmm. 3.14 is the rounding of pi, but they didn't want us to do that. Hey, Robert, how are you? You should have gotten a couple phone calls or emails from people from me. So we didn't have to multiply 3.14. Okay. Would I need to multiply with pi? Nope, because they just want to know what b is. B is in the same spot as what you would get with pi. They just want the b. Okay. Yeah. So I want to say if you multiplied by 3.14, you just took it a step further. You didn't have to do all that. Okay. You're welcome. Okay. Makes sense. So this especially, okay, this is question 13. So with question 13, this is when they're going to start making you think a little bit more. You're just like, man, this is easy. I got this test. This is the BAM section. Okay. And especially like if you have like a total of like, say, 28, possibly 30 questions, around 13, 14, they're going to start playing these mind games, as I like to call them. All right. Yep. That's all you have to do is substitute. Yep. You don't even need the diameter. What do you need the diameter for? You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Just answer the whole thing. This is actually a sample of an SAT. But a lot of the math that's provided in this is also in the GED and the ASVAB and the Accuplacer and the HES test and the TEAS test. Any letter of the alphabet, any high school equivalency, any beginning portions, it's all there. Math is math. That's the one thing about math. It's language, it's transferable. All right. Let's get it going. All right. All right. Yeah, I don't even know why you guys talking about diameter. Y'all doing too much. They gave you the radius. You know the area of the formula is pi r squared. Circumference is the one that has diameter, not area. Okay. For 11, it's definitely not 3. Greg, you're doing too much. You just want to see number 11 in the back. All you're doing is subtracting 90 minus 80. That's all you're doing. Okay? Not into the geometry stuff. You know what? You're going to have to suck it up, Buttercup, if you're going to be taking these exams. Because they definitely have some forms of geometry in there. And I will be going over some of the geometry that I found on the HESI and the TEAS test. I'm thinking about doing that for tomorrow. Okay? Slight heads up if I'm doing tomorrow. Because tomorrow's always going to be cray-cray. Yeah, that's going to be cray-cray. I might be doing tomorrow. If not tomorrow, definitely Friday. Whenever I go on live next. All right. In triangle XYZ, angle Y is a right angle. Point P lies on XZ, okay? And point Q lies on YZ, such that PQ is parallel to XY if the measure of angle XZY is 63. Okay, stick with me now. Don't be, I'm not gonna, shh. You'll be all right. What is the measure in degrees of the angle XPQ? Now, you are probably similar to me. I need a picture. Now, we know that there is a triangle, XYZ. And we know that it's going to be a right triangle because angle Y is a right angle. So let's draw it out. I'm going to draw it out on top. So I'm going to just draw a right angle. And they're saying that Y is going to be the right angle. So I can say that means this has to be X, Y, and Z. Anytime you see the letter that's in the middle, that's going to be your vertex. Okay, that's going to be the angle that's going to represent sometimes the triangle. Now they're saying point P lies on XZ. So here's XZ. Now point P is going to lie on it. Doesn't say where, but I'm just going to put it right here because it's on line XZ. Okay. All right. It's all right. I'm walking it through. Are we okay right now? Okay. Are we all right? Hello, Laura. Okay. Give me a thumbs up or give me something so I can move on. Okay. So Joy, you're with me? Okay, barely. Well, again, you just got here, Candy. Let's go. Okay, so we got yes. All right. Yes, sorta. Okay. So we got my right triangle. We made angle Y be my right angle. We're saying point P lies on XZ. This is XZ. There's my point P. So now we got point Q lies on YZ. Here's YZ. Here is point Q. Okay, so point Q lies on YZ. Here's YZ, and I just put a point Q. All right. Now, such that PQ, so that means there should be a line segment here attaching these two, because that's line segment PQ. And it's saying it's parallel to XY. Well, over here is XY. And notice they're going in the same direction. They're not intersecting. They are parallel. Okay. If the measure of angle XZY, so that means the angle Z is going to carry the angle measure. Here's XZY. So this angle right here is going to be 63 degrees. What is the measure in degrees of angle XPQ? So they're looking at this angle. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're saying it's going to be obtuse. Yes. There is a couple ways of doing this. It's not going to be exactly the same because I see where you guys coming at. So you're probably thinking, oh, these are parallel lines, so this must be my transversal. So this angle should be this angle. No. Okay, so it's not 63. Good thought, though. So what's happening here is we have what's called two remote interior angles. The easiest way to answer this, if I may, will be I'll take my 90-degree angle and I take that 63-degree angle and I can add them together, which will give me my 153. Okay. All right, there we go. So that would be the easiest way. Because you could do with the whole subtraction to get you to 117, and then you would have to add in and then subtract. Yeah, there's too much. Too much back and forth. But some people like to do that. That's fine. All right. For real, that's it. I love when I blow you guys' minds. It's crazy. All right. Now, I possibly have this page to do, and then I got to skedaddle. Okay. An investment account was opened with the initial value of $890. The value of the account doubled every 10 years. Which equation represents the value of the account, M of T, in dollars, T years after the account was open? Is it A, B, C, or D? Okay. So this is not going to be simple. It's not going to be, what do you call it? PRT. Yeah, it's not going to be simple interest. The reason why this part here doubled. Anytime something's being doubled, it's not going to be of simple interest. Okay. But at least you remembered interest, which is good. Okay. Okay. The answer to the top was 153. So 90 plus the 63 gives us 153. Okay. And all right. So Joy, So Joyce thinks A and C are eliminated. Okay. T's question, that does have this type, maybe not this exact questions, but they definitely do for T's. They definitely do. Because you guys do a lot with exponentials and you do a lot with conversions. Okay. All right. So I'm seeing some C's. I'm seeing B. Okay. And remember, if you don't know, don't just leave. Because guess what? The math problem's still going to be here. I feel like Mommy Dearest. Just because you leave, you're still going to eat that steak. All right. So you think it's D? You think it's C? Okay. So you can't run away from it, guys. That's the one thing that I had to learn the hard way. You can't run away from it. Okay. You still eat my tacos. All right. I will. Okay. You're not sure? Okay. Hey, Sharon. All right, so let's take a look. If you take a look at your answer choices, all of it is dealing with exponential functions. So exponential functions, I'm just going to write f of x, deals with an a value, a b value, and your exponent. The a value is always your initial, what you start with, okay? So this is like your starting point, is your a. So they said we have an initial value of 890. So that, notice they all have 890s in the start. Then they said the value of the account doubled. So that's telling you your rate, what's happening. So it's being doubled every 10 years. So since it's being doubled, it's not the 10. The 10 is dealing, well, in their case, the t is going to be dealing with the years. The t is your exponent. So since it's being doubled, that means inside the parentheses should be a 2, not a 10. It's the doubling that goes here. All right. But here's my thing. Your exponent is going to deal with the years. Since it's being doubled every 10 years, this 10 is going to be in conjunction with your exponent. So it's going to be your years over the 10. So your answer has to be C. Okay. So this was basically following along with what is an exponential function. So we weren't finding how many of this being compounded annually, quarterly, and all that. We weren't doing that. And it's not the simple interest, which is just your PRT. We actually, anytime you see doubling or tripling, that is going to be your B value. How much is being tripled? Okay, this is happening every 10 years. For T's test, it might be like, say some kind of medication has to be doubled for the next 4 hours. Okay, so the double, the 2 will be here, and your 4 hours will be your x over 4. Okay. All right. Yes. Yep, didn't have to solve it. Nope, didn't have to solve it. They were just looking at the setup of it. All right, let me get with this last one, then I have to run. Okay, so for which of the following tables are all the values of x and their corresponding values of y solutions to the given system of inequalities? So we have y is less than x and x is less than 22. So would it be, let me see if I can shrink this a little bit so I can fit everything in so it won't be blocked by the comments as much. Okay. I know, right? I know I got tutoring at like 5:30, so I gotta hurry. All right. So we have y is less than x is less than 22. Do you think your answer is A, B, C, or D? Okay, we got a few A's. We got a lot of people saying not C or D, which is correct for that part. Because if we're saying X is going to be less than 22, these are my X's, and these bad boys are definitely more than 22. So C and D is out. So process elimination, it's either going to be A or B. So a lot of you guys are saying A, but I got a couple, hey Big Al, I got a couple people with B. So let's take a look. So if I use A, so we already got this down. I want to take a look at this inequality. Y is less than X. So if I take a look, my Y's are supposed to be less than my X's. They should be lower. If I got 19, 20, and 21, this one has 18, 19, and 20. 18 is less than 19. 19 is less than 20. 20 is less than 21. A is my answer. It couldn't be B because 20 is larger than 19. We're saying that Y value is going to be less than X. So 21 is larger than 20. 22 is larger than 21. So it couldn't be B. Okay. So hopefully you guys are seeing that process elimination is key. Okay. Is absolute key. All right. You got it? Awesome. So if anyone, especially people that are new to me, if you want to join my little fan club, it's free. Go ahead and click the heart that's right next to my name. Now, this is what I do for all of you guys. If you want these, all you have to do is just go here, okay, type in that, and then see if you guys can do all 5 of those things. If you guys need a tutor, please let me know. You know, things are starting to pick up because, you know, second quarter, everyone's in second quarter right now. So a lot of people either did really good first quarter or, you know, they could have done better, right? So if you need any assistance, college algebra, if you have kids that needs assistance with algebra 1, algebra 2, I'm here for it. Just let me know. Just go ahead and send me a message and we can take it on from there. All right. So if anything, take care. Give me probably like a few hours. I'm going to try to download it in between sessions, but I'm going to try to put it up there. But all the uploads are up there ready to go from February 2nd to yesterday. All right. Doses Math, you definitely want to follow my friend, A Blessed RN. She is the queen of that. A Blessed RN. I'll see if I can put it in the chat real quick. Because she is the queen of that. So anyone that's trying to be a nurse, you should all follow A Blessed RN. Okay? So doses calculations, that'll be good. So I'm going to go through the next time I come on. It may be tomorrow, but looking at the schedule, it may not be. But I'm definitely going to be coming on Friday, late afternoon. And I'm going to go over the geometry that you generally see for the Hesse and the Tease test. All right. You're so welcome. All right. I have to get going, guys. Thank you so much for sticking by me and just supporting me. I greatly appreciate it. And if you need anything, just go ahead and message me. All right. Take care. Have an awesome night.